everybody. Good evening to you. How are you? So, I finished up a react to Neo Tarot's newest tarot reading on Amberlyn Reed. I decided to do that before reacting to Chantal because, to be quite honest, she's not been doing much worth reacting to. I keep an eye on all her content to see if there's anything react worthy. Let's see. She did a mukbang earlier, which was total trash. She talked about a guy at a drive-through that made her food, talking about his appearance and his orange hair. It was really strange. It was just nonsensical words, nonsensical. Did I say that right? You get what I'm saying. Just nonsense stories about people at a fast food restaurant. Nobody cares. Just literally nobody cares. Just boring stories from a boring person. So she did that. She did a get ready with me, which was really strange because she didn't go anywhere and she wasn't putting on her makeup. I don't know where the get ready with me part came from. She ate during the live, and yes, we're going to skip that because I don't want to see her eat. But there are little tidbits in the live that I wanted to cover, including her talking about Amberlyn Reed and the things going on with Amber and the fact that she does not cater to the feedies. So we're going to jump around a lot in this live because if it gets boring, she starts talking about food, I'm out. I don't care. I don't want to hear any more food stories. I ain't got time for all that. What are we talking about? When Chantal starts talking about food, what are we talking about? If it's not react worthy, then just skip it. That's why I'll always wait until after her lives are over to take a look at them. That's why I never go live and react to the live as it's going on, because more often than not, it's going to be boring. Unless Chantal is going off and she's angry and she's just livid, why jump on it? There's really no reason to jump on it. But I wanted to do this react for you guys and hope you enjoy it. So, how about we go on over to Twitter? Because you know me, I like collecting things on Twitter and showing them off to you guys. For those of you that are not on Twitter and you kind of want to keep up to what's going on there, then I'm happy just to share all the Twitter stuff so that you can keep up. I just gather up all the good stuff, and thanks to all the wonderful people on Twitter who post everything. Full credit to each and every one of them. So for those of you that happen to be on Twitter and you want to follow me on Twitter, there's my handle, WildGirlSarah. Let's start here with a post from Foop Olympics saying, I would be disturbed down to my soul if I found out my partner's ex could pass as my doppelganger. I don't understand why she's digging her ballet flats into the ground in defense of this woman. So this is also a clip courtesy of Meow Meow. So no disrespect to the young lady in the picture on the left. She's the one who passed away very early. She's no longer with us. So please, no one harass her family. No one bother her family. I'm sure they're still going through the time of mourning. But you guys can see the pictures side by side. So the picture on the left is the girlfriend that Tommy had before talking to Amber. This was the girlfriend that passed 3 months ago. And the picture on the right is Tommy with Amberlyn Reed. So yeah, I can see the similarities. And I think it's disturbing that 3 months after the death of your girlfriend, you're hopping in the DMs of not only Amber, but other ladies as well. Kind of points in the direction of player behavior, looking for the next target, looking for the next mark. Very, very disturbing indeed. If I were Amber, I'd be running as far and as fast as I could away from this person, but the heart wants what it wants. And I'm sure Amber is going to be like, I don't care what anybody has to tell me. I'm going to keep this person around, even if in the background and nobody can hear about them, nobody can see them. I don't think she's done with Tommy. I really don't think so. She's far too infatuated. And we all know about our girls. When they get wrapped around somebody, they don't let go. So yeah, there you go, Amber. You want to do a side by side comparison of yourself and the former girlfriend. Uh, I see the similarities. I really do. And it's disturbing how Tommy hopped from one to the other. So let's move on to Truth Seekers saying Salah wasn't even home, so she ate it all. Yep, this happened during the live. Sure did. See all that food? Salah was supposed to get a portion of that, and she said, oh, he's not here. I'll just eat it all myself. Even though she could have taken half of it, put it on a plate, put it in a container, put it in the refrigerator, and saved it for another meal, which would have been the smarter thing to do. She's like, oh, I'm going to eat it all. So tell me that you're catering to the feedy people without telling me you're catering to the feedy people, Chantal. I got a question. Who's paying for this meal? Who paid for it? Was it a feedy? Was it something that somebody requested? Because it kind of feels like that. Also, let's talk for a moment about the mukbang that you posted. The Burger King one with the curly fries and the massive sandwich, the bigger than your head. Don't think I'm not clocking you on you were catering to the feedies with that too. Not just with eating the food, but the way you were presenting it. The fact that you would take humongous bites and you made sure to frequently take the sandwich and show the sandwich to the camera like you were showing it to one of your clients. Look, this is what I'm eating. This is how much I'm eating. That's something for the feedies as well. That's something that they request. They not only want to see you eat, but they want to make sure how much you're eating every single bite. So yeah, I'm clocking you. I am clocking you, Chantal. Like sitting there, not only eating the food, but flipping the sandwich around and showing off the bites, because that might be something that they are paying for. So yeah, all the talk that you're about to do in the live about, I don't cater to those people, you're a liar. That's your entire audience. That is your entire audience, ma'am. That's been your entire audience for the longest. That's what you're looking for when you come on YouTube. That is what you're seeking out. You don't care about the 100% of people in your audience. You're looking for that small group of people that may have a little bit more than average money that they're going to pay you for cameos or possibly private content off of YouTube. They'll contact you through Instagram. They might send you payments through PayPal. Yeah, girl. You don't think I know? I do know. And I'm sure you hate that, but I don't care. I really don't care. As long as you continue to do this fetish stuff on YouTube, as long as you continue to bring different fetishes on YouTube where it does not belong, I'm going to clock you on every single one of them. I'm going to dive down those rabbit holes. I'm going to find out about those fetishes, and I'm going to tell people about them, because if YouTube isn't going to do their job, which is stop you from doing this crap on YouTube, since you're not going to do the right thing and inform people about what they're watching so that they can consent or not consent, the least I can do is give them information for people so they can understand what they're watching and choose for themselves to watch it or not watch it. I'm passing out the information since you're not going to. Okay, so let's move on to learn something, the magical uses of Coke. And let's go past that for a minute. Now, this is something inspirational. This is something wonderful, and I support this. I absolutely support this. Y'all check this out. Courtesy of Perfectly Imperfect and Science Girl. Perfectly Imperfect says, absolutely motivating. Science Girl says, the incredible transformation of a grandmother who started getting fit at aged 70. So like the 70-year-old woman, 2018, she was 72 years old. And look at her in the gym just crushing it. I'm telling you what, Grandma, you got some arms. You got some muscled arms. I'm loving it. Look, she looks great. She looks absolutely great and fit, and she's happy. Chantal could never. Could never. Chantal, you like to age shame people. Look at her. She's cut. She is ripped. She's just getting it done. Go, grandma. I applaud this woman. I don't know who she is, but this is courtesy of Train with Joan. So look at that, Chantal. This wonderful, beautiful 72-year-old woman just getting in the gym, getting it done. She's cut. She's happy. She's healthy. And there you are, being 40 years old and a mess. So the next time you go to age shame people, I want you to think about this woman here, this incredible lady that at 72 years old, you know, like she went to the gym and she didn't look bad to start with, but she is just ripped, absolutely ripped. Well done, ma'am. Well done. Applause, applause all the way around. Okay, something fun from Massimo. Dragonflies, fun facts. Just one dragonfly can consume over 100 mosquitoes in a day. Dragonflies can fly backwards. They have nearly 360-degree vision. Their wings inhibit bacterial growth due to their natural structures. They're actually beautiful. So all of you people that you got a mosquito problem, try to do something to get some dragonflies around you because it sounds like they eat the crap out of mosquito larvae. Great. Foop Olympics says, my theory is that Tommy saw Amber's thirst trap TikToks, her huge internet following, and assumed she was some BBW with a fat admirer audience who would love to see her in a blank feedy relationship. When she realized Hater Nation is the exact opposite of that, she dipped out. Yeah, do you think we were going to give you hugs, Tommy? Did you think the girl world was all about that life? Because we're not about that life. The extreme feederism is disgusting. It is self-harm. It is somebody else promoting that self-harm. No, girl world is not about that life. We are not about that life, ma'am. So if you got scared away from girl world, good. And you're welcome, Amber. Even though you're mad at girl world for chasing your girlfriend away, we might have just saved your life, girl. As big as you are right now, if you had gotten involved with someone like Tommy and they encouraged you to eat more, you would have been bedbound in no time. So you're welcome, Amber. Even though you don't feel thankful, you're welcome. Okay, this is so touching. From Don Lucre, breaker of narratives. This man was seen breaking down in tears after firefighters saved his kitty cat from a burning house. This is quite touching. The man didn't care about any of his material possessions, only his pet. That's love. I'd be the same way. I'm like, screw the house. Just make sure to get my pet out. Like everything else in the house, I can buy again. I can get again, but give me my babies. So the man he's just like so happy to have the cat. That's love. Well done to that surfer for loving his animals so incredibly. All right, so perfectly imperfect. Like, here you go. Here we go again. Amberlynn wanted us to feel sorry for this person. This was posted on a feeder site, and the woman died. She can F all the way off. I agree with you perfectly. This is disturbing. This is the person that Amber wanted to be involved with. This was the lifestyle that Tommy wanted to be a part of. So if you didn't know about things, now you know, Amber. Now you know. And now that you know, the ball's in your court. You can choose to stay involved with Tommy or you can let her go. Personally, I would let her go because it's not only does she have this fetish, but she sounds like a player because she was not only talking to you, she was also talking to other ladies in their DMs. She was putting a bunch of chips on a bunch of different numbers to see which one will work out. And I don't think Tommy wants to mess around with girl world. I really don't think so. We're vicious over here. We take no prisoners. Oh, this is an interesting clip from Kelly. And this looks like Mr. Snowflake. Hello, Mr. Snowflake. Kelly says, in my opinion, most of girl world does not believe Amber is telling the truth. I believe Slami just might already be living with her. This is just a clip. But if you watch this video, she looks to that side quite often. I can't wait to see you get bigger. I don't know if Tommy is there, but I just got a feeling that if she's not there, she's going to soon be there. Like, it's just going to happen. Like I said, the heart wants what it wants. I don't think this thing is over, y'all. I think Amber is angry because now the angle that she's going to have to present Tommy to Girl World has changed. Like, the original angle might have been that she wanted to bring Tommy on to be her new sidekick, to be her girlfriend, to paint this picture of we love each other so much and it's all it is. And now that all of us know about what Tommy was involved with and what she did, now they got to take a different angle. So Amber is over there angry that the picture has to be framed differently, and she's got to work it out. Okay, now, anybody out there love books? I love books. I love reading books. I like going to used bookstores. And this is just peaceful ASMR stuff for me. Ancient book restoration, courtesy of Wainwright Bookbinding. So this is how they restore old books. And I could just watch this for hours. Like, I'm just interested how they take an old book and they restore it to where it's still usable. Like, they're fixing the bindings, fixing the cover, like all this stuff. I mean, I'm just a book nut. Maybe there might be some of you out there saying this is not interesting, but it's interesting to me how they can restore something like an old book. So isn't that, it's beautiful to watch. It's so peaceful. Book ASMR. There you go. All right. Something beautiful from Nature is Amazing. Flight of the Shima Enaga, a Japanese bird that looks like a ball of cotton. It looks like a Pokemon. It's gorgeous. Oh, wait. I got fooled. This is an AI generated video. This is AI. I'm sorry. My bad. Moving on. Okay, Lilu Ginger Witch says, we didn't ruin Tommy's life. Tommy ruined Tommy's life. If anything, Ambi, you ruined Tommy's life by exposing her in desperation for someone to recognize her. All on you, big girl, not us. Right. She chose to bring her here. Like, we were just responding to what we found out. Now, this is kind of like a sidebar issue, courtesy of Flashing Pondu. This is Becky. Y'all remember Becky. Becky is Amberlynn's ex. I guess Becky has a new girlfriend, and she's cute. Becky's new girlfriend is very cute, very pretty. But beyond the new girlfriend and her appearance, y'all take a look at Becky. Let's just blow this picture up. This is Becky. You know what? Can I just say this? I think Becky looks great. She looks happy. She looks so at peace. She did not look this way when she was with Amber. Like, what a difference that is made when somebody who was once with one of the girls gets away from them. How they get their groove back. And I'm so glad to see that Becky got her groove back, and she's got a new girlfriend, and she seems really lovely. And I wish all the best for Becky. You know, they look like a wonderful couple. Lilu says, Becky really leveled all the way up. Seems like all of Ambi's exes are doing great with new partners. It's almost like Ambi was the problem. You think? Like, talk about a glow up. It looks like Becky has had her glow up moment. Well done, Becky. Okay, this is something interesting from Science Girl. Guard bees stopping ants accessing their hive. Look, so the guard bee is taking its wings and pushing the ants out of the way. And this is how they're guarding the hive. Look, we're going to see it in slow motion. The guard bee's like, oh, nope, you will not pass. Goodbye. I'm just going to basically just take you and throw you off a cliff. Bye. And this is Japanese honeybees doing this. All right, what we got here? Aren't you exhausted? Says, what's so bizarre? If you take the feedy aspect out, Emily, which is Tommy, was out there actively hitting other women up while her girlfriend was in the hospital. Was she? Oh my God. Then Amber comes along, and everyone Emily has interacted with has had a large social media following. Amber needs a therapist and meds. Well, like I said in the Tarot Live, not Tarot Live, I'm sorry, the Tarot React, when you are alone, you've got to be on guard. You've got to be careful with how lonely you are and understand that if you're too lonely for too long, it makes you vulnerable. And those that are predators, those that want to take advantage of you or con you or scam you or lie to you, like the door's wide open to them. So Amber is over there just wanting a partner, and she's got money and she's got her YouTube page. And anybody out there that may have bad intentions, they may look at all that and say, how can I play this to my advantage, and just go for it. And that's what happened with Emily/Tommy. You know, she's got a bit of a type, she's got a certain fetish, and she's like, I can just walk right in and get what I need out of her. But Girl World said, not today, Satan, not today. Let's see. Anything else here? Well, I think we'll just stop here. Yes. And we're going to go on to the Chantal video. And like I said, we're going to jump around a lot. I already know that. Because there are boring parts to this. There always is anymore. Chantal is more boring than anything else. But we'll just stick around and get the meat and potatoes on the plate. And then, you know, leave the pita bread, leave the cheese, leave the fat, leave the oil. We don't need it. So let's get to, shall we?
Different tasting, but they're so good. I don't know. The Olympics, what was with the opening?
And yes, I'm starting about 18 minutes in because the first 10 minutes or so are always boring. It's just her saying hi to people, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, we're starting at like almost 20 minutes in. This live is like 2 hours plus long. We're not going to stay for all of it, but I want to get started with something interesting and not wait around for something interesting to show up.
I saw part of it, like the first thing I saw was like somebody holding their head, like, is that Mary Antoinette? I don't know. The ALRT, yeah. I mean, I'm kind of...
Oh, here we go. We're about to get it started. Let me see if I got my volume all the way up so we can hear. All right, go ahead and talk about it.
Like, I'm friends with ALR, so I don't really like...
No, you're not. She is not friends with Amber. They are not. She's not friends with Amber. Though these two have gone back and forth so much with each other. This is one of those cases where you've got two women that are doing the exact same thing for the exact same reason. They are both on YouTube. They're both bigger ladies, and they're on YouTube being train wrecks and trying to make the most money possible. And this is one of those things where as long as one is not making as much money or more money than the other, then they can be friends. But I promise you that if Amber got the crown back with this whole Tommy nonsense, if Amber's channel blew up again and she left Chantal in the dirt and people stopped watching Chantal, Chantal would be going ballistic on Amber and just going all the way off on her and talking about her relationship. You know, like their friendship is a joke. This is not a friendship. It's just two women who work in the same workplace for the same reason. They both want a paycheck. And as long as one is not doing better than the other, then there's no fight. But go ahead, Chantal.
Like to gossip about her and her business.
And you know she hates that. You have to know that she's doing her live chat. She did her live chat. She wants people to talk about her. She doesn't want to hear all this stuff about Amberlynn Reid, Amberlynn Reid, Amberlynn Reid constantly, constantly, constantly. You know that has her worried. She's got to be worried that the buzz is on Amber right now, not her. But what did I say in previous reacts? I said, you know what, Chantal? You are opening the door for anybody to take that crown. It's just sitting on the ground. It's not even on your big head. It's on the ground and anybody can walk up, grab it, and run away. You're not working for it. You're not working to keep it. You've just been kind of sitting back on your haunches because you feel there's no need to work for it. There's no competition around. Are you sure? Are you sure about that? Are you lazy because you feel like there's no one around challenging you? Whoever that comes along that wants the crown, they can take it and they won't have to work very hard. The bar has not been set that high. So if you want to keep it on your head, you don't want anybody else to have it, you got to work for it now. Because it sounds like Amber's coming up right behind you. She's coming after it, girl. Don't get it twisted. She wants that crown again. She wants the attention on her again.
I don't really know what to think, like I don't know. I don't really like to gossip about her business, but I mean it's all over the internet. I hope she's okay. If you're watching, Evelyn, I hope you're okay. Um, I don't know. She seems overwhelmed. I watched her.
She's just mad. She's mad because she was trying to pull one of your tactics. You know, get some rando off the street that nobody knows and nobody cares about, bring them on YouTube, turn them into a sidekick slash cheap caretaker, turn them into a story arc, get some views, make some money. Oh, she was pulling those tactics. You know, the ones that you pull. She was doing something that you've done, Chantal, that you've done quite frequently. And she had this whole thing planned out with her and Tommy. And now the plans have changed. And now it's just a question of she's got a bunch of lemons sitting in front of her. Is she going to take those lemons and turn them into lemonade? Is she going to bring Tommy on camera regardless and then just let the controversy fly? I don't know, but we will see.
Her 5-minute video about her breakup. So I'm sorry to hear that she broke up. My personal opinion, I feel like she can find somebody who will have her, best interest at heart. Like I feel like she can do better. No offense to that person. Like, I don't know. Just from what I'm hearing, like I feel like I don't know.
Ha ha ha. The woman who is the queen of bad choices saying about Amber, oh, she could do better. Chantal, you and Amberlyn Reed, you're both queens of bad choices because you're both dysfunctional and you both have a lot of issues that you're not dealing with, that you don't want to deal with. You just want to get on camera and complain about things rather than fix things. Let's go over some of your partners, your partner choices. You have Pete, who he wasn't a bad guy in some respects, but he sucked in others. I didn't appreciate the way he talked to or treated BBJ. I want to talk to him in Minecraft about that in private. He wrote great fiction. Yeah, we all know about that too. And then there was Natter the scumbag, Natter the crackhead that you were infatuated with. And now there's Salah, who is completely useless, that you paid $9,000+ to, and you refuse to leave because you know that if you try to go back home to Canada, you can't throw the same game you used to. You don't have the funds to do it, and you don't have the health to do it. So you're hanging on to him for dear life.
I'm really, really against feederism. I know like people accuse Salah of that, and it's so not. If you look at like what
Okay,
actual
say that again. I missed that part. Go back just a hair. What?
She seems overwhelmed. I watched her her 5-minute video about her breakup. So I'm sorry to hear that she broke up. Um, my personal opinion, I feel like she can find somebody who will have her, best interest at heart. Like I feel like she can do better. No offense to that person. Like, I don't know. Just from what I'm hearing, like I feel like I don't know. I'm really, really against feederism. I know, like,
I needed to hear that again because I wanted to hear the whole thing. She's saying she's against the feedy people. I know you're saying that on purpose, Foodie. I know you included that little tidbit on purpose because you're trying to get Girl World talking about you. You want us to get mad. You want us to get outraged. You want us to fire up a live and say, "You big liar!" Because you are lying. You're saying, "I'm against these people." At the same time, you cater to those people. You absolutely do cater to them. That's what you use Cameo for. So you can cater to them without being caught on a feedy site, which you were caught long ago by the Kiwi farmers. They found your profile on an actual feedy site. And once you found out they found out about it, you got rid of it. And even though you get on YouTube and clearly you are catering to them, for some reason, you don't want to admit it. I don't know why that bothers you. I don't know why it's a big deal. I don't know why you're trying to be all under the covers about it, but you are. You're doing requests for them. You're doing custom content for them. The Burger King mukbang you just got through doing, girl, what? You were sitting there just doing all kinds of things to make them happy. You were. So you're not against it. You're not against making money off the feedy people. You're not against the idea of making content for them on YouTube or privately. You're not against it at all because that is your core audience. Has been for years. You get this whole ridiculous, dysfunctional, toxic structure in place to keep your food addiction going. This whole machine that you built of money and YouTube and Google AdSense and the Beezers and Super Chats and Cameos and even the silent enablers, you got all of it working towards keeping everything going as it is. So don't sit there and try to tell me you're against that life. You're lying to yourself and you're lying to everybody else right now.
like people accuse Salah of that, and it's so not. If you look,
Okay, you know what? And she's right. She's right. I will concur with Chantal. Salah is not a feedy. He's not, y'all. That is my opinion, and I will stand on that hill and plant a flag. He's not a feedy. He is an enabler, though. Willing or unwilling, he's an enabler. Even if all he does is just stay quiet and stay out of the way, he's still enabling her. And I don't know if it's because Chantal is who she is, and if he doesn't give her what she wants, she'll throw a temper tantrum or she'll cause some kind of problem for him. I've always thought that she's got something on him or she's threatening something that if he doesn't do what she wants, that she'll cause a problem. So he just goes along with the program and prays that she goes home and leaves him alone. But he's not a feedy. He disappears when she eats. He doesn't stick around to watch. He is disgusted by her. He is embarrassed by her. He's embarrassed by her eating. He doesn't understand it. He doesn't understand her food addiction. He's not an active, positive participant. You know what I'm saying? He's not involved in this fetish role play. He's just standing off to the side saying, whatever, just pay me. If you pay me, then I'll turn the other cheek and I will turn the other way and not look at you. I won't be around for it. I'm just going to be around to get paid. So no, Salah is not a feedy. He's not into it. Chantal is so not his type. He's just around to get paid. That's all.
look at like the actual things that have come out versus, like, you would see the difference. And I don't know, like, I don't know, she's saying it's not true, whatever, but
Yeah. Pictures don't lie. You know, how can you lie against pictures and photographic evidence? There's way too much photographic evidence when it comes to Amber and Tommy's past. Pictures don't lie. Text don't lie. DMs don't lie. And there's all three floating around on Twitter, and it's easy to find. And that's why Amber is so upset, because she can't talk her way out of this. She can't lie her way out of this. The proof is right there in the pudding. Right there.
There's pictures, so I don't really know what to say. You know what I mean? Like, I like Amberlyn, and I just wish her the best. But yeah, I didn't know about the that lady who passed away. Like, she was like 1,000 pounds.
And you know what, Chantal? I'm no disrespect on that young woman, because I don't know her and she's no longer with us. And that's just, it's wrong to disrespect those who have gone. But if you saw the pictures of the now gone girlfriend, it would have been good for you to take a moment to pause and think. Just really think. Think about the fact that you are on that path where you are romanticizing being bedbound, romanticizing bed rotting, romanticizing laying in the seal position, instead of looking at being bedbound with a sense of, I don't want to end up that way, because if I end up that way, what's going to happen to me and who's going to take care of me? You are instead romanticizing things that you have no business falling in love with. So this young woman was 1,000+ pounds, and she died fairly young. She was younger than you. She lost her life. And why? Because she had a feedie in her life that was encouraging that behavior. And think about that for a minute. You're over there catering to those people, people who are in your ear, people who are paying for requests, people who are even in your own chat that talk to you about food. You're catering to those people. And that young woman who's no longer here, even though the two of you never knew each other and you never met and you never spoke, when you saw the picture of that young woman, that should serve as a cautionary tale, a big one, that maybe you should not romanticize that lifestyle, that you should not be gunning for that lifestyle and aiming to end up in bed full time and be taken care of, because it's, even for the best caretaker, it is not easy. It's a hard job. And if you get to a certain size, you're going to need more than one person taking care of you. And they got to know what they're doing to make sure that you don't get skin infections or skin rashes or skin breakage, bed sores, all of that. People got to change your bedpan. They have to bathe you. They have to feed you. So many things that you're not thinking about. You're ignoring those things. You just want to have this picture in your head of how great it's going to be bedbound. What about the young woman who was bedbound because she was 1,000 pounds? I wonder if she could speak, what she would say. If she would talk to you and tell you it's not all that it's cracked up to be or what you think it is. You might want to walk away from this right now while you still can. I wonder if she would say that to you. She probably would.
I think that if you're encouraging that kind of thing, it's really like, I don't know, it's so unhealthy.
So how healthy is it for you to be on YouTube? And even though you are a person with raging blood sugar, You're on several different medications. You're on insulin. There's no telling what your kidneys look like. Your liver's in trouble. Your heart is in trouble. Yet you're insisting on coming on YouTube and doing ridiculous mukbangs. For what reason? For what purpose? To what end? What's it all for, Chantal? Like, who are you trying to impress? Who are you trying to take off? Girl world? We're not impressed, and we're desensitized to you. You're not affecting us at all. You're affecting yourself. So you might want to stop. You're not getting the effect that you're aiming for. If you hurt yourself, you hurt yourself. And you're the only one in control, and you're the only one to blame. But you're over here catering to the feedy people. I don't know why. Could be money. But you are hardcore catering to them at the expense of what little bit of health you got left. And I know you have financial bankruptcies on your record. But here's something to think about. There's all kinds of debt in life. There's all kinds of ways you can go broke. Health is wealth. You ever heard that? Health is wealth. And girl, your account is about in the red. You're down to your last $3.35 in the bank. You don't have much left at all. You withdraw much more, you will be in the red. You need to start putting your health back, not taking more out. Deposits, not withdrawals. So don't think of bankruptcy in terms of just money. Think in terms of your health. Think about how broke you are and how it's affecting you.
You know, I don't know. I don't know. Like, it might seem hypocritical coming from me, but like,
Yep.
I don't like want to gain weight. You know what I mean? Like, if you see me eat something crappy, it's I'm just trying to be like realistic and try to balance. Like, I don't know.
How are you balancing when you eat for 4 people all at the same time? And you can call me mean if you want, Chantal. I'm just somebody reacting to you, and I'm just giving my opinions here. So just take them with a grain of salt. I'm looking at you right now. You look very, very sick. Very sick. Your face is incredibly swollen. You went to the hospital. They did what they could to help you get some of the fluid drained because you're retaining a lot of fluid. But because you're eating the fast food again, your face is swelling up. Your eyes look like they're almost swollen shut. You look bad. You look really, really bad. You look very, very ill, ma'am. Very ill.
Missy Med, no, you're not invisible. Grape. You can get. They look too oily. A lot of them are made without oil. She dodged a bullet. Yeah, that's like how I feel too, Shalini. Because
You know what, Chantal? Speaking about dodging a bullet, you and Amberlynn Reed are both on opposite sides of the coin right now. You see, Amber is over in her corner, and she's involved herself with a feedy that has been known to be with people of an extreme size with the extreme fetish. Meanwhile, over on your side of the world, Salah is not a feedy. But I honestly feel, and this is my opinion, I think he's so sick of you that he's tired of you. He's tired of the temper tantrums. He's tired of you being controlling and jealous and insecure and not letting him have a life and just being an overall big pain in the butt. He's tired of you getting on his last half of a nerve. And he's just giving you whatever you want. And maybe hoping for some kind of medical emergency. Hoping that if something happens, he could finally be free of you. Because you're not going to do what you should do and walk away quietly and go back home to Canada and let him be free. You're not going to let that happen because you're far too obsessed with him. So he'll bring you the cakes. He'll bring you the donuts. He'll bring you the ice cream. He'll bring you the fast food, hoping that something happens. I mean, some of the videos that I've seen, some of the lives you guys have done, him taking you out in the middle of the desert where if something happened to you, he wouldn't be able to help you, taking you down to the pool and not keeping an eye on you, bringing you the fast food. I honestly think that man is gunning for something to happen to you and praying that it happens fast.
I don't know if Amberlynn would be into that, but her and I like share in common that we both have eating disorders and issues with food. Like we're like severely obsessed with food, addicted to food. And it wouldn't probably be hard for somebody to try to manipulate that idea like into our brains where it's like, do you know what I mean? Like it's like whenever you have an issue with food, your brain is already like playing tricks on you. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I don't know. When I saw like the 1,000 pound lady who passed away, it was kind of like it made me feel worried for her, like really worried for her, you know?
You know, Chantal, you should be worried for yourself. You should be worried for yourself because, like I said earlier, you are in your part of the world and you've got people, I'm sure, in your ear talking to you and convincing you that being bedbound is where it's at, that it's sexy or cool to be in the seal position, that it's cool to bed rot all day. You know, like they're in your ears saying this is what you should do, and you should commit to just being lazy and gluttonous and gaining as much weight as you want. But think about the young woman who passed away very, very early. I don't think she was having much fun. I don't think being bedbound is fun. I'm sure there are people out there right now that are bedbound. They would give anything to be out of bed and active, to be able to get up and go do something. And you literally want to give up all of your mobility for some supposed fantasy life. Let me remind you of something. Do you remember when you were back in Canada and you first started talking to Salah? Remember that? You got this big old picture in your head of what it would be like to be with Salah, this fantasy life. Oh, I'm going to be in the Middle East with a really hot guy and he's going to take care of me and be so infatuated with me. Remember that fantasy life you created in your head, the Delulu land, long ago, over 2 years ago? And then you came to the Middle East. Yes or no? The picture that you had then, the reality that is now, do they match? No. You found out life would be completely different. You thought in the Middle East that you would just fit right in because you assumed that people in the Middle East, they were all super, super morbidly obese, and they're not. You still stick out like a sore thumb. So the life that you imagined is not the life that you have. You should take a lesson from that. That fantasy is sometimes different than reality. So if you got the feeders in your ear telling you, oh, being bedbound is so great, stop and pause. Stop and pause and ask yourself, if the reality is different than the fantasy, will I be able to deal with the unhappiness that follows? You probably won't. So it's time to stop living in Delulu land, Chantal. It's really time to stop.
So, because I care about her, like, you know, so
No,
I
you
felt
don't.
worried for her and I feel like
You don't.
it might hurt now, but you could probably do a lot better with somebody who actually like has your best interest at heart. I don't know. That's just my personal opinion.
You know what, Chantal? You should be looking in the mirror when you say all this stuff. Do you think Salah has your best interest at heart? That's a hard reflection moment right there. Look in the mirror and just think to yourself, the person that I put myself around, the one that I'm hanging on to for dear life, the one that I'm dragging my channel down the drain for, does he have my best interest at heart? Is he the one? He's not. He wants away from you. Does Salah have your best interest at heart when he brings you fast food? What kind of a person is Salah? Salah's a scumbag, a lazy scumbag. Literally putting a food addict and their addiction to work so that he doesn't have to work. That's the one you wanted. That's your handsomest man. Handsomest scumbag.
So,
And you know what? Maybe this is just karma. I'm not on Chantal's side tonight, y'all. I'm just pointing out things. Like, all of everything happening to her is something that she wanted to happen. She designed it. She pushed for it. She flew her big butt over there in her own little human hamster cage. She gained 200 pounds. She stayed in the misery when she didn't have to. She stuck with it all when she did not have to. She could have gone home anytime and stayed there. Like, this is her karma. Her own misery is her karma that she created. This is payback time, Chantal, for all the people in life that you've hurt, lied to, manipulated, ripped off, for all the pets that you've hurt and lied to and neglected. You get what you give, and you give what you get. If you put out bad energy and thoughts into the universe, sooner or later they will boomerang back and hit you in the back of the freaking head. So enjoy the misery that you designed, ma'am. This is a bitter harvest. Eat the fruit.
so yeah. I don't know. It should be hard. We have the best food. I know, MK. Yeah, Middle Eastern food is really delicious. Yeah, especially Syrian food. What's your favorite Syrian dish, MK? Big beautiful woman. Yeah, but I don't know. I mean, I had Burger King yesterday, but see, that's not a binge though. That's just like a Burger King meal. You know what I mean? I guess I kind of like binged out on pickles because like the whole little mini jar is gone. I love pickles. Oh my gosh. So Salah and I watched the stupidest movie, Malakia. Oh, I have to make that. Yeah, I have to try. I've tried the Egyptian way, like the really liquid.
I love this comment from Silliest of Geese. Silliest of Geese, I don't know you, but you're bringing it tonight with this comment. Silly, I don't know why you're in Chantal's chat, but hey, you're making the comment. I'm going to read it out. Silliest of Geese says being a feeder is a murderer without consequences, and a feedie is just slow unaliveness and selfish. Someone will end up having to care for you when you're not able to move. Terrible for the family. Sick. Yeah, it's bad all the way around. And again, Chantal, she's romanticizing the bedbound thing, and it's like, are you thinking about all the little things that go with that? That if you become bedbound, and if you're super, super morbidly obese, you're going to have a special bed that supports your weight. And those are not cheap. Special lifting bars, extra staff, catering to you. And what space are you going to use for all of this? Like, what, you know, it's very expensive. She can't just have Salah doing it all. He doesn't know what to do. All she's seeing in her head is a picture of herself laying on a couch, Salah feeding her grapes and truffles, and all will be well. There's going to be no complications. There's going to be no negativeness. It's just going to be a bunch of fun. That's what you think, Chantal? That's what you think. Trust me, it ain't like that. It ain't like that.
Pretty slimy way, and I don't like it. But the Syrian way is like more dry.
I don't care about the food. Shut up about the food. Shut up. Shut up. Look, you do your mukbangs. Isn't that enough? You can talk about food all you want during the mukbangs. Here's your life. Talk about something else.
Being a feeder is murder without consequences, and a feedie is just so suicide and selfish. Someone will end up having to care. Yeah, I think so too. I think so too.
Yeah, and you cater to those people, Chantal.
Like, I don't like being morbidly obese, and I mean, I still am positive and love my life and appreciate everything I have, but like, I don't eat healthy all the time.
You don't eat healthy at all.
I'm just like struggling, like, to be
No,
honest.
you're not. You're not struggling. There's no fight in you. You're not fighting against the problem. You're not looking for the solution to the problem. You give into it. You make excuses for it and you monetize it. So, where is the struggle? The only struggle that you have, ma'am, is you're always looking for little shortcuts and loopholes on how to eat more food. You're always looking for those little sneaky shortcuts. Well, if I eat a bunch of food and then lay down for a few minutes, I can put more food down my throat. Keeping your stomach stretched out so that you can do like 10 mukbangs a day. You're trying to figure out how much insulin do you need to take so you can do X number of mukbangs without your blood sugar going to diabetic coma level. You got to figure out what medications you can manipulate so you can do your B moments. That's the struggle. Trying to work around the blood sugar, work around the high blood pressure, work around the health problems to keep the addiction going. That's why you need strict lockdown inpatient, because you are a danger to yourself. You are out of control.
I'm struggling between like, do I fully restrict or do I allow myself? And like, I don't know. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to figure things out. So, yeah. But see, like, that's the thing, Carolina. Like, I find it hard for me. Like, right now, I'm focusing on just not binge eating because that's where.
Shut up. Shut up. Just shut up, Chantal. It doesn't matter if you have a B moment. It doesn't matter if you have abnormal portions, where instead of eating one portion for one person, you're one person eating the portions of 6. The result is still the same. Either way, Chantal, the result of either route is you're gaining weight, your health is declining, you're getting more sick, and you can't lie to your diabetes, and you can't lie to your damaged liver or your kidneys or whatever heart problems you may have or your high blood pressure. Do you understand? You can lie to girl world as much as you like, but you cannot lie to your own body nor the damage that you've already done to it. There's no lying your way around that. Your body is taking inventory and stock of everything you do and everything you eat. And the inventory list is resulting in damage. You're hurting yourself. You're absolutely hurting yourself, and you know you are. And you don't want to do nothing about it. And because you don't want to do nothing about it, don't cry to girl world. We ain't got time for it.
Like, it's dangerous, like eating those thousands of calories at once. Like, should I allow myself a fast food meal, or like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Should I? They say not to super restrict when you have like binge eating issues. So it's like I'm trying to like find the right way to deal with it and balance it. Like, my old, my last therapist that I had, no, the one before last, I've had a few, was into like intuitive eating and not like depriving yourself and not feeling guilty about food and stuff like.
Okay, you know what? Don't give me a minute. Just give me a minute. Oh my God, Chantal. I just need a second. She's frustrating me. She really is. She's over there talking about intuitive eating, y'all. That makes no sense. Can I tell you guys why that makes no sense? Let's examine with a little bit of logic. Someone like Chantal cannot do intuitive eating. That was Chantal just trying to find a loophole to eat what she wants. And she's always good about trying to find loopholes and shortcuts and justifications to eat the junk food. Like, that's the addiction talking, y'all. The finding of the loopholes and the shortcuts and all that, that is the addiction in control of a person. That is the addiction talking and just using Chantal as the mouthpiece. The addiction is the puppet master, pulling all the strings. But as far as her eating intuitively, how can you eat intuitively when you're not listening to your intuition? When you shut it down and you're not paying attention, how is that possible? If you are a raging food addict, eating everything in sight, you have no impulse control, no coping skills, no coping mechanisms. You haven't even begun to eat healthy. How can you eat intuitively? Anybody? Anybody got the answer? Because I don't. It makes no sense. Also, that book she read, even in the book, it tells you that you can't even begin to eat intuitively until you're about at the edge of recovery. Like if you got BED, like you're in recovery or almost to recovery, then you can. Then it makes sense because you got an established healthy pattern of different things going on, and you can just keep with that, and then you can start to slowly introduce food. She doesn't have anything. So what is this nonsense with intuitive eating? Your intuition is all whack, Chantal. You can't eat intuitively. You have no idea what that means.
Like that. And but like there's so much contradicting, and then but then like the one doctor I went to for weight loss in Canada, they wanted me on like a friggin' 1400 calorie diet, no carbs. So it's like there's always conflicting information for like every different medical professional you go and see. So I'm just kind of left with myself to kind of take a mixture of all the advice. And that's what I'm trying to do. You know what I mean?
Even if you had a team of doctors, nurses, psychiatrists, psychotherapists, if you had Dr. Now in front of Chantal saying, Chantal, we are dedicated just to you and we're going to work for free 24 hours a day to help you get your life together. We are your team. We're focusing on you. That's it. That's all. You have our time and our attention. Even with all of that, it still wouldn't matter. She's not ready. She's not ready. She's in denial. She wants to cater to the addiction, not to the recovery. She hasn't had that breakthrough moment. She's put a wall around herself to keep the addiction going. Been watching her for years. One addict can't lie to another. She can't lie to me. She's not ready. She'll never be ready. She's on her path and she wants to stay on it and she doesn't want to get off. She even said herself, I will eat until I pass away. What more needs to be said?
Oh, what movie? Okay. It is hard.
But not impossible. Food addiction is hard, but it's not impossible. It's not impossible. Where there's a will, there is a way. It may be the toughest fight you will ever fight in your life, but it is still doable.
Spinning? Gene. Yes, that looks hard to me. Okay, so the movie was called Late Night with the Devil. And it's about a talk show host. It's like from this year, but it's set in the 70s.
Okay, we're jumping around. She's talking about stuff I don't care about.
And attention, you just want a piece. Maybe I like to admit, yeah. I've recently lost 23 pounds that I'm not restrictive, but I also don't go overboard. Yeah, and like I'm down from 166 to like
Oh my
152.
God, the lies. Stop. Please stop. You're annoying me tonight, Chantal. You're so annoying with the lying. Are the lies for your audience? Are they for Girl World? Or are they for Salah? Are you telling lies to maybe give him hope that you're losing weight? Is he so doggone dense that he can't figure out that you're eating and eating and eating and there's no possible way you can lose weight? How are you going to lose weight if you're consuming like 5,000, 6,000, 7,000 calories a day and you're not moving and you're not exercising? How is this going to be accomplished? If you're eating that many calories and you're losing weight, there is a serious medical problem and you need to go to the hospital. Because that don't even make sense. There is no way, ma'am, that you're eating that many calories and you lay on the couch all day and you don't even go walk. You're not burning off calories. You're just accumulating calories that you carry around with you. You're not getting your heart rate up long enough to burn them. So where is this weight loss coming from? It's not from the Burger King. It's not from the KFC. It's not from Starbucks. So how is that happening?
So, like, I think just not binge eating has helped, but I think to go lower than that, I have to like.
Chantal, it doesn't matter if you eat 3,000 calories 3 times a day or 6,000 calories all at once. It's still far too many. You're 5 feet tall. I'm 5'3". Look at me, Chantal. I cammed up, okay? I got my cam on. I know it's kind of dark in here, but pay attention. I'm a shorty just like you. I'm petite. You're petite. Your build should be petite. I'm about 120, 130 pounds. So you should be like 115, 120, okay? Because I'm a bit more active than you, I need about, 16, 1,800 calories. And you're over there eating the equivalent of 2 or 3 days worth of my calories all in one sitting. And then you eat those calories and then you go to bed. That is a quick way to gain weight. Oh, that's so easy. You're basically you're asking for the weight to pile on. So again, how are you losing weight this way? How?
I still overeat a lot.
Oh, you're overeating, you're still going to gain weight. What's the thinking? If I don't have a B moment, I won't gain weight. But overeating is, you know what you're doing, Chantal? I think I got it. Like, you like to minimize things, don't you? Like, certain terms are bad and certain terms are not so bad. The B moment is a bad word. So you're like, that's a bad word. If I don't do that bad word, then it's okay. Overeating, when you overeat, that implies you're eating just a little bit more than you should, right? Right. And we've all done it. We've all overeaten a little bit. The food's good and you're like, oh my God, I stuffed myself. Why did I do that? We've all done it. It's a normal thing. But for you, that's your normal. You don't just overeat, though. You don't overeat a little bit. You eat a lot. Your stomach is so stretched out. You stuff yourself stupid. So no matter what name you want to give it, the result is still the same. You're eating way too much. You're packing on the pounds. Your mobility and your breathing are being affected. You're so close to bedbound, it's ridiculous and stupid. And you think that's the way to go. Do what you got to do, I guess.
I do try.
No, you don't, liar.
Like really hard.
No, you don't.
I don't know.
What? Oh my God. She did not just say that. She did not just sit there and tell the audience, I struggle and I try so hard. And the next breath after that, she's asking about the food and the groceries. Did that just happen? That did just happen. Talk about like just shooting. the point that you're trying to make in the face. Oh my God. I'm laughing because it's so ridiculous. I, I, I have problems with food and I'm struggling so hard. Babe, where's the food in the groceries, babe? Oh God, you can't make this up.
Maybe they're making it really fresh. Actually, I'm ordering from a really good restaurant. Thanks, Danella. Some movies are not for dumb people. Well, I guess I'm dumb. I don't know. That movie to me was just so bad. I don't know. I didn't like it. I mean, like, I get the concept. I don't know. Or maybe I don't. Maybe that's why I don't like it. Celeste's favorite meal? Is your favorite meal Mensef, babe? Where's the Timu haul? I know. Well, it's the weekend now, so maybe this.
And by the way, Chantal, I would like to bring up something from my past, something from Star Wars, something that Master Yoda said. He said, "There is no try. There is no try. Either do it or you don't do it, but this trying is not good enough."
This week it'll come. Juice. Juice. What are we gonna do with Juice, guys? Come here. Ugh. Maybe if I hold you.
I'm so bothered. I'm so bothered when she picks up the cat like that. Cat owners in my audience, are you not bothered by watching this? I'm so bothered. I get so anxious just seeing her pick up Julia like that. And I know that Julia is not comfortable. You guys have seen how I hold Booger. Nothing like that, huh? And Booger's a happy girl. She's a happy girl. Hi, baby. She's behind me. But just grabbing onto her and her paws are out and her belly's exposed. You know what, Chantal? I hope that one day Julia scratches your freaking face.
You won't want to be around me right now. No, I'm kidding.
And look at her poor belly all matted.
What do you do? What do you do?
Put her down.
What you do?
Cat alone.
What do you do when it's half past you? Actually, yeah, Timu wanted to. That company I was talking about was Timu. They wanted to collab, and like everything, but I had to be in Canada because that's where the guy was from. Like that's the worker was recruiting people in that. That's who he was responsible for recruiting was Canadians. Jean, who made a funny moments of you in her channel.
Is you trying to say that somebody on Timu wanted her as a representative? Because I don't believe that.
Yes, that's Jean. The sharp farts. Yes. It's a never-ending cycle, Siren. Went from 350 down to 180.
And if Chantal's over there trying to flex like, oh, I'm a big YouTuber and I got a big channel and people are reaching out to me for collabs. Chantal, I'm a tiny channel, okay? And I'm just going to let you know. I get people that email me all the time wanting me to promote their products on my channel. And I haven't seen anything yet that connects with me, that I'm like, this is something that I would naturally use or want to use. Just some of the stuff is bizarre. So if it's not something that I would get behind, that I would use, I'm not going to promote it here. But even tiny channels, you get companies and stuff all the time. They reach out to you to do a video talking about their product and blah, blah, blah. I get that stuff all the time in my email.
280.
You're not that special.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really hard. Have small portions of bread or rice, like actual single servings. But I'm starving right now.
You're not starving. You're not starving. Trust me.
And I don't eat properly. Like I don't have a routine or a schedule. That's number one. My biggest reason for failure. Like I don't meal plan. I don't plan. Like I wouldn't be starving right now if I was up like a normal time, eating breakfast, lunch, and stuff like that.
I could almost hear Salah's thoughts right now. Watching her, listening to her, dealing with her, I can almost hear his thoughts. He's thinking, I am so sick of this beach. I'm so sick of her. When is she going back to Canada? I am so pent up and frustrated. I need some alone time. I need some red room time. I'm so tired of her and her Pac-Man behavior. Get her the F out of here. He's so tired. He's so tired. He's so fed up with her. He can't wait for her to get on a plane and get gone. He's just praying for a miracle that Kuwait kicks her out and he'll be finally just free of her.
So I know what I have to do, but it's just the doing it that's really hard. Season 3 of From is out in September. Yes. Poodle and a Cocker Spaniel. Is that a cockadoo?
Moving on.
Diagnosed with it. So, Breeze, hi. Hello. Yeah, Linda. I hope you enjoy. Hi, Vivi, Kira. Why do you miss Mom?
Shut up.
It's apparently on the way. Delivery man on a bike. It's like I'll go get it for me. Yeah, I want my chicken 65.
Like the, you know what's sad, y'all? Those of you that have been in my tarot lives, we have fun, don't we? I'll sit there and talk to you guys while I'm doing the tarot reading, and time will just fly by. I'm not even looking at the clock or nothing. We're just having a good time talking, chatting, just vibing with each other. Yet this whole live that Chantal has done so far, the vibe that I'm getting off of her is that she's got nothing to say. She's not really trying to connect with people in her audience. It's just all about, I'm waiting for my food to get here. I'm bored and I'm waiting for my food to get here because then the food will give me something to do. I can sit here and eat and basically run up the Google AdSense meter, eating in front of y'all, and I won't have to talk. And meanwhile, there's more ads being placed on the video, which means more money for me. So there's just a sense of her not really being committed to talking to people in the live, entertaining people in the live. It's just, like passing time, waiting for the food to get there.
I don't know. Chicken 65 was invented in 1965. That's why it's called that. I don't know how to explain.
You know what is? So the name of the dish is Chicken 65. Is it because they ordered from a menu where that was the number of the dish? It kind of sounds like it. Like if you went to a restaurant or like a takeout place, they've got a number with the dish. So if you say, I want the chicken 65 or the pork 185, they know what dish you're talking about. That's what it sounds like to me. Because I just, is there such a thing as chicken 65? Hold on. I'm curious and I'm nosy. Kuwait chicken 65. What is that? Okay. Oh, so there is an actual dish. I was like, it sounds like something on a menu. That's interesting. Well, okay, this is cool. So this is not a Kuwaiti dish. Let me just read to you guys some information about chicken 65. Chicken 65 is a spicy, deep-fried chicken dish originating from Hotel Buhari, Chennai, India as an entree or a quick snack. The flavor of the dish can be attributed to red chilies, but the exact set of ingredients for the recipe can vary. It is prepared using boneless chicken and is usually served with an onion and lemon garnish. Vegetarian variants like Paneer 65 or Gobi 65 use paneer or cauliflower instead. While the name Chicken 65 is universally used to refer to the dish, there are many different theories claiming its origins. Huh. Well, the more you know. But to me, it sounded like a number on a takeout menu. Well, I just got educated. All right, let's keep going.
What it is. It's like chicken. Takes 65 years to get it.
Well, I don't know how they make chicken 65 over in Kuwait, but if it's anything like the original, woo, she's going to be on the toilet later. Chantal's going to have her own ring of fire in a location that she can't even reach. Girl, you're going to be crying for Salah. You're going to be wanting that. What is that thing that she uses? The bidet. She's going to be like crying and pointing her butt towards a bidet.
Oh my gosh. Now, I don't know, Zaya. It's hard to. I kind of just zone out when I'm really hungry and I'm eating.
So you ordered food and you just told everybody, I zone out when I eat. So you're going to zone out while you eat with a live going. Nice. Really nice. Really caring of your audience, Chantal. Like you just go into your own little world and get high with the food and you don't care about anybody else.
Hold on. One clip, like, so sad. I love Celine's performance, but that was the only thing I loved. Change my pic so Salah will acknowledge me. Yeah, whatever, Passion Tim. You know what? You can't compete with this. Julia? She just stands here beside me the whole time. Why are you cute? Why are you cute? Yeah, I imagine. It's horrible. I never heard of that disease until she had it.
She literally has nothing to say. She is struggling and tripping over her tongue trying to find something to talk about. She leans on the chat so heavily to find things to keep the conversation going. This is so sad.
You want chicken? Julia Match Boost. People probably think, oh, heart attack. Okay. Well, heart disease is number one killer for sure. But I'll probably die of a heat attack. I'm not kidding. Like, actually, heat can lead to heart problems because whenever I was really hot in the pool, I felt my heart pounding.
You were the big idiot that went down to the pool dressed in multi-layers of clothing, including a sweater. Who told you that was a good idea?
Not far away from you? I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, sorry to hear it. Sorry for your lost teardrop. Can't imagine. You have a pacemaker? My grandpa has a pacemaker also. It's grape coat. Goji berries. My house looks clean. Thank you. I just stay in the house with air conditioning and a fan. That's how I make it.
So she's just confessing she's housebound. She's essentially housebound. She doesn't want to go out unless she's got an air conditioner basically strapped to her face.
Hey, Jennifer. I'm a trooper, Gina. Thank you, Gina. It's like you'll end up killing each other. No matter how much you love the person, no matter how much in love you are, please, come on. Like, I can't even stand being around my own mother that long or like anybody I love.
They can't stand to be around you. That's exactly why you're still in Kuwait, because I'm sure you wanted to come home more than once. And the family's like, nah, you're good. Stay over there. You're in Kuwait because there is no plan B, Chantal. You can't go back to the villa. The villa's gone. Pete's is gone. He's not there to put his name on the dotted line again. You gave yourself no way out. So now you're stuck there. If you came back to Canada, where would you stay? The Motel 6? Not that there's anything wrong with the Motel 6, but that would be ironic justice if she ended up in a Motel 6 room, considering all the trash that she talked about the Motel 6. She gave herself no options here.
Of that long. I like being alone sometimes too, so I get it.
Then be alone then.
Yeah, no, we don't sleep apart from each other, but yeah, like when we got the new bed, we had to put the old bed somewhere, and that's what the spare room is. It's just like a melange of old furniture that we're not sure what to do with.
Okay, so in this live, Chantal showed off the spare room. She showed off parts of the spare room, and the feeling is that is actually her room because a lot of her things are in there, including stuff on the dresser like that. That's her room. I think that Salah has the big bedroom and she has a smaller spare room, which I find hilarious considering that she's the one that pays the rent. That is so funny to me.
Really, Mary? Us being together over 30 years is enough. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure you've slept in the same room for many years. You've had kids and whatever, so you couldn't sleep in the same bed as your ex. Sleep is important. You can be in the same bed for cuddle time and whatever else, and then you can go and sleep in your own bed. That's, yeah, you know, sleeping alone. I get so hot and sweaty. Yeah, I know.
I don't think that Chantal and Salah sleep in the same bed. There's no way. Given her size, I remember back at the villa, she had a queen size bed all to herself. So you got to figure in Chantal is 500 plus pounds. She would take off almost an entire queen size bed by herself. And then, of course, there's Salah, and he's over 6 feet tall. So he would need some stretching room. Unless they had like a California king size bed, there's not enough room for both of them. She has to sleep by herself.
No, you can't sleep with someone with Tourette's. I have an extra room full of crap. Yeah, that's what that room is. IT. But I have that big vanity, so I put all my clothes and my makeup and stuff in it, and yeah, it works out. It has a big mirror. Harry is right there, so whenever I'm doing my makeup, I can talk to Harry. Excuse me. You live in your own house as well. Yeah, you have to keep up a physical connection. Relationships take work, like anything else in life. You know, alone time is crucial, Breezeth. Exactly. Um, yeah, I don't know. I don't really want to. I mean, everyone's like the minute that happened, it's just like, you know, it's the biggest thing on the internet now. I don't know. As if like people don't like break up. No way.
You know what was that a little jealousy from Chantal to Amber? Like everybody's talking about Amber now, and people are getting bored with her. It kind of sounded like that. Like why isn't anybody talking about me? Because there's nothing to talk about. That's why.
No name. Gifted 20. Oh my gosh.
Please put the cat down. Why do you have to pick her up like that? Put the baby down.
What do you do?
Dodge.
What do you do?
Put her down. She's not even brushed. I can see the mats in her fur. Witch. Put her down. Look. Look at this fur. That does not look brushed. I don't care what she has to say. Leave her alone.
You want more? I think for sure they were making the chicken 65 years from scratch.
Oh God, is she still talking about the stupid chicken? When does it show up? There it is. Okay, we're not going to watch her eat. I just want to show you guys what this dish looks like and how much there is. So look at the portion. That was supposed to be for her and Salah, but surprise, surprise, she ate the whole doggone thing by herself. And no, we're not going to watch her eat it. No, we're not. We're skipping past that crap.
I was so hungry.
You're always hungry. You're not done yet? I thought you were done. Why are you eating off the table? Why is it in your lap? Stop that.
I've been up for a lot of hours, though.
Doing absolutely nothing, so you shouldn't be hungry.
That's why.
No.
You know?
Why is she eating beneath the table? Why doesn't she put the plate on the table? Why is she eating it like that?
Is this a thigh?
What is she doing? Is she like sneak eating?
Thigh meat.
Chantal, you're a glutton. You're horrible. Jesus Christ.
Passion Tim get one? Oh, Passion Tim. Thank you, No Name. Enjoy the Olympics. 500-pound giant test. Sorry, but okay, this can be a garbage. Let me keep the receipt. Okay. Now, Baby Bell. Thank you, No Name.
Are we about done here?
Well, I hope. I don't know.
Oh, God. She's showing off all her little groceries.
The big cheese popcorn?
I don't care. I don't care what she bought. Is there anything interesting here? Let me see. Let me see. No. Oh, and oh, look. Baby's laying down. Laying down because she ate a bunch of food. Ugh. Yeah, we're done here. We're so done. So I hope you guys have enjoyed that react. If you have, please like and subscribe and leave a comment. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Until then, take care of yourselves and each other. Bye.